الرحمن الرحيم إن الحمد لله الذي هدانا لهذا وما كنا لنهتدي لولا أن هدانا الله والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا محمد وآله وأصحابه ومن اتبعهم إلى يوم الدين. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما. اللهم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. First of all, we thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for this way of life. Had it not been for Allah's guidance, we can't be in a position to guide ourselves. And so therefore all praise belongs to Allah, the nourisher, the sustainer of all the world. And may peace and blessing of Allah be upon the last and final messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his household and companions, and all those who follow him until the end of time. Now, my dear brothers in Islam, I'm very elated for allowing me to be part and parcel of your life. Thank you so very much. I've been into this beautiful part of United States, California, Bakersfield. Thank you very much for allowing me to be here and to be part and parcel of the community. Thank you so very much. I enjoy every second that I stay here. And today the topic I have in front of me is Islam in focus. So when we say Islam in focus, it means everything is under Islam. I mean, Islam in focus is a very huge topic. You can speak on different, angles from this point of view. But this is going to be just a reminder. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in his wisdom in the Quran, Allah said, وَلَقَدْ كَرَّمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ وَحَمَّلْنَاهُ فِي الْبَرِّ وَالْبَحْرِ وَرَزَقْنَاهُ مِنَ الطَّيِّبَاتِ وَفَضَّلْنَاهُمْ عَلَى كَثِيرٍ مِمَّنْ خَلَقْنَا تَفْضِيلًا. Allah said, indeed, Allah, I have glorified mankind. It is like when you do something, you say, wow, look at this, man, look at this. You begin to glorify yourself. So Allah said, وَلَقَدْ كَرَّمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ. Indeed, I have glorified mankind. I have given mankind the best of form. Mankind is it. وَلَقَدْ كَرَّمْنَا بَنِي آدَمَ. Allah have glorified and personified and have given mankind everything. Because if you look at Allah's creation, the stars, the moon, the stars in the ocean, the depth of the desert, the Sahara desert, everywhere, all this creation work for mankind. The angels who never commit any crime, they don't even know what is sin. They can't commit sin because they were not created to commit sin. Naturally, they can't. Angels, this is the stone. Make sure you take care of the mountain. That's all he knows, taking care of the mountain. Take care of the water, take care of the air. That's what they know. That's how they can't commit crime. They cannot go wrong. لا يعصون الله ما أمره ويفعلون ما يؤمرون. They don't commit any crime. They don't do any mistake. They only do exactly what Allah asks them to do. But in this situation, you find angels all over me, all over you, taking care of you. If anywhere, whatever you do, the angels are around you, they're taking care of you. The angel of mercy, the angel of water, the angel of the air, the angel of everything. Mankind, look at how we commit a lot of sin, but yet Allah loves us so much that He has created us and He raised us above all His creation. وَحَمَّلْنَاهُ فِي الْبَرِّ وَالْبَحْرِ. Allah have protected mankind on the face of the earth in the depth of the ocean. In the ocean. Do we know what is in the ocean? We can't. We just try to know. But we think the earth have a lot of things, creation. But once you compare that with the ocean, it's like negligible. The earth is absolutely zero. After all, it's 75% of the ocean plus the 15% of the earth. So where is the earth? The earth is just a small little thing, this dunya. But the ocean is too huge. It can swallow the globe many, many, many times. Allah said He has protected mankind on the earth. The animals are 17 times more than the human beings. We say we are 10 million, 10 billion or 9 billion, whatever. Okay, whatever number we are, 17 times is the animals. That means there's a lot of animals. But yet, you don't see no animal coming to town, coming to Bakersfield to grab us and eat us. You don't see no lion. You don't see no tiger coming to Bakersfield and try to grab us and make sandwich of us. You don't see them. وَحَمَّلْنَاهُ فِي الْبَرِّ وَالْبَحْرِ. Allah have protected you. They are scared of us. Yet if I see a lion right now, the fangs, the brute strength of the lion, I don't stand a chance. But yet Allah have embedded in mankind, human, something that makes all the animals to be subservient to you. وَحَمَّلْنَاهُ فِي الْبَرِّ وَالْبَحْرِ. And in the ocean too. وَرَزَقْنَاهُ مِنَ الطَّيِّبَاتِ. Allah have given us the best of food. I don't like this soup. It has so much salt. No, I don't like this one. It was cooked yesterday. I want the fresh one. The fruit, nah, it's too sour. We do that. Animals, they eat whatever you throw at them. They don't have no changes. You want to have this and that and this and that. Animals, you throw it on the ground. You know that. They eat. وَرَزَقْنَاهُمْ مِنَ الطَّيِّبَاتِ Allah have given us the best of food to eat. وَرَزَقْنَاهُمْ مِنَ الطَّيِّبَاتِ وَفَلَّدْنَاهُمْ عَلَى كَثِيرٍ مِمَّنْ خَلَقْنَا تَفْضِيلًا Allah have glorified mankind, raised mankind above all his creation, most of his creation. So man is the most wonderful creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Man is the best of creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And that is why Allah is glorifying mankind. So we should be happy that we are Muslims. Number one, we have a lot of people, human beings, they walk and talk just like us, but they are not Muslims. Allah created animals. He didn't make me animal, nor did he make you animal. That is something we should glorify Allah with. Allah did not make you a tree, did not make you a rock. He made you a physical human being. And he gave you intellect, the ability to think, rationalize, and process information. That makes me human. That makes you human. Otherwise, animals, they don't think. They act instinctively. If a cat have little kitten, and if you get very close to it, it's going to bite you to protect the kitten. It's not doing that so that the kitten will grow, go to school, get certificate, PhD, get a job, and take care of them. No. Naturally, it is done upon them to protect the kitten. So instinctively, they protect it. But once they reach a certain level in life, they let them go. They become enemies at the same time. But as human beings, go to school, take care of business, plan for our life. Mankind, Allah have given us everything. The ability to think and process information. Allah have given us the id. That's what we use to protect ourselves and to think and do all this, creation. Look at all this, technology. Animals could not do that. They can do that. But we could do all this kind of stuff. In return, we serve Allah. How do we do that? Allah have given us the sun. Without the sun, life on earth will be impossible. The sun is 93 million miles away from the earth. It is not 93.5. It is not 92. It is 93 exactly million miles away. If it is more than that, a little bit, life on earth will be impossible. Allah set it up that way for the benefit of mankind. The moon, 24,000 miles away. It is such, it can be more, it can be less. The food that we eat, when we go to the ocean, the fish that we catch, as a result of the action or the functioning of the moon. The moon make, the tidal wave to go. The moon, the gravity that goes into the moon, it makes the water to churn so that the fish could get a chance. Without the moon, the fish cannot do anything. They'll just be suspended. So all these things Allah have given us as human beings so we could enjoy. In return, we worship Allah. The earth that we dig in, get the gold, get diamond, get this, get that. We plant fruit and do everything. Allah has given all these things for us so we could live. In return, we worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And how do we worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Just salah, subhanallah, Allahu Akbar. No. The interaction that you do with your brethren, the goodness that you exhibit. Assalamu alaikum akhi, mashallah, are you hungry? Here, mashallah, take this. The goodness, the general amnesty that you give your friend. We don't have time in this dunya. We don't have time at all. All of us here, I think, we live on, reserve. When you play in a soccer or basketball, some sit on the bench. So right now, I think we are on the waiting list. We have no time at all. The only time that we have right now, exhibit goodness with it. Give general amnesty. Be kind to your brother. Smile to your brother. Be nice to everybody. Even the animals, be good to them. This is it. This is how you make Jannah easy. You could wake up at dawn and make salat. Fine, it's good. But the easiest way is to be good among your brethren. Be kind to your brother. Support your brother. Help him out. Let him feel the love. General amnesty. Don't harbor anything in your heart. Even walking, how we walk, how do we walk? We don't even know how to walk. Allah have to, wa ibadur rahman, yamshuna adal arda hawna, wa iza khadabahum jahilun qalu salama. The servant of Allah are those who walk on earth humbly. If he is rich, you can never tell by the way he walks to show his richness. If he is intellectual, knowledgeable, he doesn't show off in his walking to see that he's knowledgeable. If he is a king, he doesn't show off. He walks humbly from point 1 to point B. Ibadur Rahman. So walking and showing off, if you look at yourself as a human being, why would you show up? Why? How? Human being? How are you going to show up? Who are you? Allah said, فَلْيَنْظُرُ الْإِنسَانِ مِمَّا خُلِقَ. Look at how you were created. Let you look. Just look at how you were. You don't know. Allah is telling us how we are created, then He tells us how. فَلْيَنْظُرُ الْإِنسَانِ مِمَّا خُلِقَ. Allah said, خُلِقَ مِنْ مَاءٍ دَافِقٍ. Man is created from a dejected water. This water, if you touch your clothes, what do? Najasa, subhanallah, go wash it. Allah said, that's what you are created with. فَلْيَنْظُرِ الْإِنسَانِ. So who are you to boast, to show off, to not be good, to not be kind, to not forgive? If you don't forgive, why would you expect Allah to forgive you? So فَلْيَنْظُرِ الْإِنسَانِ مِمَّا خُلِقَ مِنْ مَاءٍ دَافِقٍ. Then Allah said, يَخْرُجُ مِنْ بَيْنِ الصُّلْبِ وَالتَّرَائِبِ بِالْأَمْشَاجِ. They came from the cervical part of the, female and that of male. They joined, and then eventually you came out of it. So mankind by nature have to exhibit goodness, if only we know. And the only highest level of goodness we can ever exhibit is when we return and do that which the Messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam asked us to do, because he is an exemplary. Allah said, لَقَدْ كَانَ لَكُمْ فِي رَسُولِ اللَّهِ أُسْوَةٌ حَسَنَةٌ. Indeed, in the persona of the life of the Messenger Muhammad, a beautiful pattern of conduct. وَإِنَّكَ لَعَلَى خُلُقِ الْعَظِيمِ. Thou, O Muhammad, on the most example, the most elevated pattern Allah have dropped you. Allah have dropped him, so we have to copy him. Allah said, in his life, there are beautiful patterns that if we take it amongst ourselves and live with it, we will be angels walking the earth. But what do? We're struggling and hanging our own brothers. We hang our brother. We cut our throat. We do all this facade on earth, creating all this turmoil. And the more we do all these things, the more it's going to be difficult for us to live on earth, because Allah have set it out for us. Underneath is Islam. If you move the people away from Islam, Islam look beautiful. The carpet, Islam, beautiful. But us, we are a problem. If we move away, we are a problem. We have that, that natural instinct to perform that which is not good. But Islam in itself is pure and perfect. So we don't have time at all. Imam Ghazali in his book Ihya Ulumuddin, the abridged version, Imam Ghazali, he called Abdullah bin Umar, a young man. Say, Abdullah, come over here. Say, should I tell you how long you're going to live in this dunya? He said, yes, yeah, Imam. He said, we live in this dunya only 3 days. 3 days. He said, 3 days? He said, yeah. He said, come, let me show you. We live here 3 days. We have no time. The first day, yesterday. Imam Ghazali said, yesterday. Yesterday is gone. So what did we do yesterday? Have we done something that, we can showcase to Allah, say, look what I did yesterday, Allah give me your Jannah. Have we done that? No. Yesterday is gone. Wasted. And we can't go back to yesterday and do some repairs. It has passed. Imam Ghazali, he said the second day is today. All right, today. Now, since you or me woke up from our bed this morning up till today, what is it that you think or I think that we have done in case Allah said, damn for you to go? We're going to showcase this. Ya Allah, since morning up till today, this is what I do. I think, I'm eligible to go to Jannah. We don't have guarantee. No guarantee. And do we have any guarantee that eventually we're going to go back tonight and sleep in our bed? Who have guarantee? Raise your hand. No, you don't have any guarantee. So the 2 days, yesterday and today, is like in a shambles, even though we have 3 days wasted. Imam Ghazali said, the last day, the third day, is tomorrow. I don't have guarantee that I'm going to reach tomorrow. Neither do you have any guarantee. So tomorrow is in the obscure, it's in the ghaib, it's in the realm of the unknown. You can't tap into tomorrow and say, I'm going to live till tomorrow and I'm going to do this. So Imam Ghazali says, you see, the 3 days is wasted. Wasted. So hurry, hurry, hurry. Do the best that you can so that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will see you and smile at you. Isa ibn Maryam, he's about the only prophet that we know that have no abode. I read his books. I read a lot of books about his life from the perspective of the Christian and from the perspective of the Yahud. He's about the only human being, the only prophet, that have no place of sleep. You see, my keys in my pocket, your keys in your pocket, you're going to go home, you open the door, turn the air conditioner on, and you go to sleep. Or you drink something. Isa ibn Maryam never had an abode in his life. Wherever night fall, he sleeps. And he said, the earth is his bed. The rocks are his pillows. The sun and the moon are his lights. The fruits, his food. Isa ibn Maryam, he never had a house like, this is my house, I'm going to sleep here. Why? Because he's doing what the messengers and prophets call zuhud. Running away from this dunya. The Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Kun fi dunya ka'annaka al-gharib aw abiru sabil." Be on this earth as if you are a stranger or someone who is just passing by. And he mentioned also, he said, "Bada al-Islam gharib wa sayaudu ghariban kama dahala fatuba lil ghuraba." He said Islam started out strangely. Islam, it started strange in Mecca. Time of Abu Jahl, they see you doing salah, they wonder, what's going on? What is he doing? Strange. But Islam started strange. It will come back to be strange again, the messenger said. And it is today. Look at today. Even though Islam is the fastest growing religion, yet it is the most misunderstood and the strangest religion in the sight of the people. Today, if you're traveling to New York or Washington or Las Vegas, if on the highway you stop by, time for salat, you spread your sajad, you're going to make salat, they're going to be looking at you. Wow, what is he doing? What's that? Islam? They're going to be taking pictures. What is it? It's strange. Even though there's a lot of Muslims all over. The Pew Foundation of last year had a Rubinstein Foundation, the Reader's Digest. They all saying that Islam is the fastest growing religion today. Yet it is the most misunderstood religion. So we don't have time at all. The time that we have is now. Let's change it. Do that which Allah will see us and be happy. In the day of Qiyamah, Allah is not going to say, okay, which community you live? He's going to ask you, how did you live with your people in your community? What role did you play to advance their life? He won't ask you whether you live in the ghetto or you live in the gated community. He'll ask you, how did you fare with the people around you? Allah is not going to ask you how many clothes you have. Look at your closet. My closet, a lot of clothing. My closet, I have the hat that go with the dress, see? It go with the dress. I have the shoe that go with the shirt. I pack them up. Allah is not going to ask you how many clothes you have, but He's going to ask you, how many people have you clothed? Allah is not going to ask you, which race are you? I'm Arab, I am Hausa, I'm Fulani, I am Gujarati, I am Indian. He's not going to ask you. He's going to only look into your heart. Only the heart. Illa man atallaha bi qalbi salim, except the one that comes to Allah with a beautiful heart, clean heart that forgive and forget, heart that is so pure that it emits beautiful, radiant, smell. So we don't have no time at all. And I have this thing, I always remind people at the end of my talks, I make mention about certain things that is going to happen towards the end of time. In this end of time, the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, the world is not going to end until stupid people, ignorant people, No good for nothing, people. No good for nothing. They will be leaders of this world. Allahu Akbar. Look at the time that Sallallahu he made those statements. In Makkah and Medina, he said the world will never come to an end except ignorant, foolish people will be the rulers of the world today. Your guess is as good as my guess. Look at what is happening in this world today. I'll take example in my own country. Nigeria have almost 200 million population. Billions of dollars every day from the oil. Digging the oil, gold, diamond. We voted for them in the sun. We waited, coal, we have to vote for them. We voted for them. One person have $16 trillion. I don't know if you heard about him. Umaru Diko, a Muslim president. $16 trillion for him. Yet, a lot of people can't afford a loaf of bread. They're begging. You call this human being? ثُمَّ رَدَدْنَاهُ أَسْفَلَ السَّافِلِينَ. The lowest. بَلْ هُمُ الْأَذَلُ. Even animals are better than these people who are ruling. Animals are better because you can slaughter animals and make barbecue. You can't slaughter and eat these people. No. So the messenger said, towards the end of this was going to happen. And then women will be naked walking down the street. The Labin Mas'ud, Ya Rasulullah, I'll take off their heads. Subhanallah. The Rasul smiled. He said, no. It's not now. Towards the end of time. The world before it finished, women will be walking out in the street naked. So they asked, Ya Rasulullah, they have no clothes on? He said, they have clothes on. And the clothes are very expensive. Yet, they're naked. Ya Rasulullah. Look at what we're seeing today. And these people are the ones that we glorify. In Hollywood, right here, next door. If they jump, we all want to jump. If they dress, we want to dress. The messenger have given account of them. There's going to be a lot of drinking, a lot of gambling, a lot of this and that and this and that. The messenger said that. The world is not going to end, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. He said, unless these people, he said, you, the Arabs, building tall buildings. They just smile away. Tall buildings. They can't even fathom that. How could we build tall buildings? He said, yes, you're going to compete in building tall buildings. Today, look, where is the tallest? Sallallahu, Allah said, وَمَا يَنْتِقُ عَنِ الْهَوَىٰ إِنْ هُوَ إِلَّا وَحْيٌ يُوحَىٰ عَلَّمَهُ شَدِيدُ الْقُوَىٰ. He doesn't speak on his own, except it's a wahi, inspiration. Otherwise, look at the information that he's giving us, and today it is. Today we have, the Arabs are competing in building tall buildings. The one in Dubai is not even enough. Mohammed bin Suleiman, he looked at Dubai, he said, no, I gotta build NEOM. Project 2025, NEOM, no, 2030. He said mine should be supersede. He didn't say mine should be taller than that of New York or Kuala Lumpur. He said mine should be taller than the one in Dubai. Subhanallah. Subhanallah. I read the document. He was angry. And he gave how much are we going to use? How much money do we need to build one that is taller than the one in Dubai? La ilaha illallah. So the messenger, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, the world is not going to end until you. He didn't say the world. You, the Arabs, you will compete in building tall buildings. Subhanallah. And that's what we are seeing today. He also said the world is not going to end. When he was leaving Mecca after his Hajj, when he finished his Hajj, he's leaving to Medina. He don't like to leave to Medina, but he has to. He loved Mecca so much. Had it been he's not thrown out of Mecca, he would have been in Mecca. But he looked at Mecca. He said, Allahu Akbar, Mecca, the world is not going to end until these rocks, this mountain, they will be removed away from there. They will pierce through it. People don't understand it at that time. He said, dunya will not end until the mountains surrounding Mecca will be removed. It will be pierced through. Look at what is happening today. Blasting the rocks around Kaaba. to make room for more. Make room for more. Make room for more. There's too much people going to Hajj. We have to make room. And then piercing the rocks, they make underground, highways, byways, underground. Subhanallah. And this information were there. When was that? This is less than 20 years they started doing this thing. But this is there over 1,400 years in the books reserved to be fulfilled. And it is on to become fulfilled today. The Messenger ﷺ said, the world is not going to end until the youth will be sought for knowledge. You know, back in the days when I was growing up, when you were growing up, you know, the youth, no, they stay behind. It's the elders. The elders. They're the one that give fatwa in the house. Like today, my phone, all right, subhanallah, mashallah, give it to him so he could check it out for me. I need his knowledge because this is their time. The messenger said the world will not end until the youth will be sought for knowledge. Wall Street, they're looking for youth. Banking system, every system, looking for the youth. They are the ones that have the knowledge today. But back then, nobody mentioned about the youth. It is the elders who are doing this thing. And he said, pen will be relevant at that time. Pen will be relevant. And today, look at pen. Look at books, computers, writing, printing press. Books is relevant. Pen. Allah glorified. That's why it came. Iqra bismi rabbika allazi khalaqa khalaqal insana min alaqa. So in that surah, Allah mentioned knowledge and pen to show that this is what will be used to preserve information technology. And that is what we're seeing today. This is the Messenger Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Allah Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, before he left the earth, he said, Persia, Byzantium, and Yemen were given to me. I have the key for this Persia because Yemen at that time is a super powerhouse. It's a powerhouse at that time. Byzantium, who's talking about Byzantium? It's a powerhouse. Persia, powerhouse. How could he say he's giving the key? In other words, he would take them. Islam would take them. And look at today. Yemen is under Islam. Persia, how many nations that they occupy that is in the hands of Muslims today? And Persia, the strongest, one of the strongest dynasty, but is still under Islam. This is what the Messenger said. All these things he said will happen towards the end of time. When it begins to happen, we should be very careful. Look out for the day of judgment. So this is the time that we have to change our life and do the right thing. Otherwise, we don't want Allah to catch us in doing all these things. He said, my time is up. I'm getting very close, so I could allow for questions also. He said, the dunya is not going to end until a slave girl will have a baby for her mistress. Now, I don't know how that's going to happen. The world is not going to end until slave or a maid, rather maid, will have a baby for her mistress. And today, that is what is happening today. He said, you begin to understand, how could that be? She's working for me. How could she have a baby for me? And today, that's what it's doing. It costs a lot of money because most people, they don't want to go through having baby, the pregnancy, all this. They don't have time for that. So all they do is the surrogates. MashaAllah. That's the word I'm looking for. Surrogacy. It costs a lot of money in Africa, in Asia, in South Asia, in Europe, all over the world, in America. Surrogacy. Maids who come say, look, man, you are fertile, you are young, we're going to pay you, my husband's this and that, you're going to go to the doctor, and you're going to get paid. And that is exactly. So this is exactly what the messenger said, and that is exactly what we are seeing. This is something that we have to change our life. We have to do that which is good. Otherwise, in fact, it's going to be a rough road ahead of us. Arabia will become green. This is my last one. And I love this one very much because I have seen why I love that. Why I love this last one is that the messenger said Arabia, the dunya is not going to come to an end except Arabia will become green again. It will tend to be green again. Who has ever thought that? That means it was green before. Yes, it is true. During the Mesozoic period, before the, I forgot the period, it used to be like jungle. This Arabia used to be jungle. Big, big jungle. And we know that because 800 years ago, those who specialize on finding fossils, digging the ground, they have found in the Arabian Peninsula certain leaves. It's called fern and pastures of algae. These leaves embedded deep in the sun for over 800 years. These plants, fern and algae, through chemical redundancy, they begin to form, and then eventually they became so, accumulated and then darkened, and eventually we have oil that come out of it. So they carbon dated those plants they found in Saudi Arabia especially to be 800 years. And today, the messenger said the world is not going to end until Arabia will become green again. And if you look at the iceberg, the solar, the South Pole, and the iceberg is melting at the proportion that scientists, marine scientists are, subhanAllah, what's going on? They know. Because if the iceberg is melting, the more it melts, the more the sea level rises. The more it rises, the more it goes into the city. And eventually, Saudi Arabia is among what Professor Keith Elmore have given. Saudi Arabia will be the first, not Saudi Arabia, but all the Hijaz area will be the first area where the melting water that is from the North Pole, it will gush forth into it. And it is melting at alarming rate. And we know that it is melting. There is every indication that show that this is going to come into fruition sooner or later. Definitely, I'm going to stop here. Otherwise, I'm going to keep going as I like to talk. My job is to talk, so I'm going to stop here. I don't know if there's any question. Someone would ask me, inshallah, or anything. You'd like to explain?
Yes, no question.
That means we are all baptized, that's all. May Allah make it easy for me and make it easy for you. May Allah protect you and protect our children here. We have a look at these young children here. I love to see them coming to the masjid. Even if they come and pour water on the ground, allow them, because they are building their heart. Their heart is coming towards to the masjid. So they come here and they know this is where they belong. We ask Allah to give them the fikr and the ability to absorb Islam, and for them to be the next generation that will make Islam to be big. And all of us, our businesses that we do, we ask Allah to make it easy for us and give us barakah in it. And our life here, we ask Allah to make it barakah. Now, inshallah.
So inshallah, the Sheikh will do Jummah tomorrow here. Then he has a lecture tomorrow night at